So Solana has been down recently, and in today's video I want to discuss a little bit of a price prediction plus what I think is going to happen in the short term and the long term and how we can actually make ourselves more Solana. With that said, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe if you are new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with what's happening in the market each and every day. Right now we see Solana's price at $138. Now if we take a look at some of the metrics from Solana, yes, the price has come down recently, all right? If we put this on price, we put it on the last month, we can see down, nothing but down. Over the last year, we had a very nice push upwards. And now if we actually zoom out a little bit, it doesn't seem that bad. But we are down at a price of $139. What's interesting is we were trying to trade this. We had a big trade open for Solana, and sadly, I got stopped out twice from this. But if I had have just been a little bit more patient, I would have got a very nice trade opening here. And guys, I want to show you what trade I'm going to be doing soon and how you can actually build your Solana position using MARGEX as a platform. But if we do look over here at the block, we can see non-vote transactions on the Solana network have been nothing but up over the last year. We can see that the number of active addresses on Solana has been growing with momentum. Even though we've had a bad month really overall for the price, we can see that it's barely touched the active addresses, right? So a lot of active addresses still growing month over month. And then we can see the Solana value moved on chain. We had an absolutely insane amount of value moved over that little meme season. And now we are still in over 100 billion daily. Now, a lot of the volume that we saw on Solana came from meme coins on Solana, right? And we have something very interesting happening right now. As I've posted this video, just after this video goes live, we have the Trump and Biden first presidential debate of 2024. Now, we have a project that I personally hold, so full transparency, I hold this, and this has already shown a lot of signs of resurgence in the last 24 hours with a nice push of over 120% gain, and this is of course due to the presidential election. FJB or F Joe Biden is a meme coin that is perfectly positioned to benefit from the whole political landscape that is happening right now. And in fact, that is actually a whole little niche in itself. So check out FJB if you want a potential project that could absolutely explode over the coming week. Now, if we look at DeFi Llama, this is interesting. I thought that the TVL was actually higher than this. Now, correct me if I'm seeing the wrong data here. Please do let me know because it's showing me around 4 to 5 billion. I'm sure it was higher than this. We can see in the last bull run it was at 10 billion, but this is a lot, right? Solana has 4.24 billion. BSC chain only has slightly more than that. Tron, however, has a lot more than that. Arbitrum less, Base significantly less, Blast less, Bitcoin less, Polygon much less. Of course, Ethereum is the big dog here with 58 billion. Now, why am I personally bullish on Solana? Well, of course, we have the news of the potential Solana ETF. First, we have to get the Ethereum ETF across the line, all right? But I do believe that a Solana ETF is probably on the cards next. And this pullback, I think, is going to prove to be a massive opportunity. So we have some key areas that we want to be watching very closely here. And that obviously is this area and this area. So we have between about 115 all the way up to 127, which I think are very, very strong levels of support. And then we have up here at just over $200 all the way up to the 210 here as the recent high that we made for Solana. Now, as you can see, we were just basically consolidating between those two. We had our wedge that was forming and we broke underneath it. So what's very interesting is we came down to test the liquidity here, and right now, guys, the reason why I haven't opened up another big trade is because we are going to test the lower resistance here. What was a support for our symmetrical triangle here is now potentially a resistance. So we may see something like this happen depending on the news and the events around the current market landscape. So I'm waiting right now to see if we get rejected or we have a clean break, because as you can see, we may actually break through here very quickly. And then if we got a move, something like this, that's where I can open another big Solana trade. So smash the subscribe button if you want to stay up to date with what I'm doing here. And what's really interesting about MARGEX, right? You can sign up and get the $10,000 deposit bonus. You can also get access to the free trades that they have here using the links down there in my description. You obviously need to sign up for that, but it's totally free. But what we can do here is we can click on this and actually click Solana. Now what we can do is we can trade Solana with up to 50x, but we don't want to do that, down to 5x. We can actually trade Solana with leverage using Solana as collateral. So if you are a big holder and advocate of Solana, you can drop some onto the MARGEX exchange. And then you can say, if you had $1,000, you could open up a $5,000 long position using $1,000 of margin if you used 5x. All the way up to, 10 or higher if you wanted to, but you can actually generate more Solana doing this. You can see here, I'm doing that with my Bitcoin trade here. I have a Bitcoin trade I opened at 59.6 here, and I opened it with Bitcoin, and I will be generating Bitcoin in this trade. So this is something I also want to do for Solana when I see the perfect storm for my trade play out. So if you guys want to do that, there is a link down there in the description. Super simple, sign up, deposit Solana. And then, of course, please understand that there is risks involved with trading with leverage. You can lose that entire margin. So be safe, use stop losses, and that sort of thing. Now, as you know, we have Ethereum. There might be an Ethereum ETF to come very soon. So if we look at Ethereum's price, there's a couple of different ideas about where Solana might be on its trajectory, right? Solana might be back here, right, in 2017. This was my first bull run. Or maybe Solana is as high as Ethereum was in the last bull run, or will get to as high as Ethereum was in the last bull run. I like to compare it to Ethereum because I don't really see any reason why Solana wouldn't get the same market cap as Ethereum did in one of the previous bull runs, right? So it could be argued that this bull run right here is either this one or this one, right? So if we look at Solana right now, it reached a market cap of around 75 billion in the last bull run. Today we sit at around 60 billion, and we did reach a high of 90 billion. So it was a new high. Now, if we actually consider this 90 billion, right, as not the current high or the all-time high, Solana is going to break through that. We can compare it to Ethereum. Ethereum had a $132 billion market cap in 2017. So it could be argued that Solana is on the same trajectory as Ethereum in that bull run, which would give it about a 50% gain from where we sit. Now, the interesting part here is if Solana is actually like Ethereum was in the last bull run. This is a $500 million market cap, giving Solana around a 6x from where it sits today. So if you did manage to open up, let's say, this $5,000 position using just $1,000 of Solana, you could actually 6x your money. This would be 6x this $5,000 using just $1,000. That would be a $30,000 trade if you 6x'd $1,000, right? 6x, $1,000. Normally, if you bought Solana without leverage, would be 6K, but you could make 30K if Solana did that 6X. Now, I'm not here to tell you that's an easy feat to pull off, but it's possible. I've seen crazier things happen. And I think that Solana is one of the more stable and trustworthy tokens in this current bull run that will make it through. I actually believe that a lot of altcoins are going to be left behind in this next leg up for the bull run. I think that people are banking on a lot of cryptos doing what they did in the last bull run, and I think that's not going to happen. I think there's too many that are spread out, and I think for me personally, Solana is one of those ones that I look at and I trust with a certain amount of money. That's why I've been dollar cost averaging into Solana during this pullback. I think that this was an amazing opportunity for us to dollar cost average and build our positions ready for the bull run. I'll be okay if Solana continues to dip from here, and I can continue to dip my toes in as it goes down. Of course, this video is not financial advice. This is my thought process around something that seems relatively obvious to me. It seems obvious that Solana would be the one to pick, right? We've got Bitcoin, we've got Ethereum, we've got BNB, and then we have Solana. BNB is still somehow larger than Solana in this market, but almost no transactions are happening on BNB. Of course, there are still things happening, but Solana is the main one where the meme coins are going, where a lot of projects are building, and I think that it's one that you want to be watching. Now, there are a lot of other opportunities. Toncoin could be one. If you're still a fan of Cardano, that could be one. AVAX, I think, will have its time. Polkadot, I really do think it will have its time. But Solana being the 5th largest crypto here, I do believe that it has the opportunity to grow substantially. Now, 6x from here, I consider substantial. If we do have a 2x from where we are right now, I would definitely be shaving profits from my positions. I've been shaving profits from my Solana position, and I'll continue to shave profits from these positions as we move up. That's my plan. I buy in fear. If we jump over here, you can see just yesterday we were in fear. Today, or yesterday, we were in a lower, almost extreme fear. Today, we're now in fear again. So I was buying in fear. I buy the fear and I sell the euphoria. It's very, very simple. It's hard to actually pull off because of the mental barriers we put up for ourselves, but it is very simple. So I'm interested to hear what you guys think. Where do you think Solana is going to go next? And if you do want to trade Solana over on MARGEX, remember, you can sign up without providing any KYC and you can trade on MARGEX. And if you want access to those trades or my personal trades, all of the links are down in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.